Hey, Tep, sisters and brothers, welcome to the house of divinity. I need some church music. I am Proof B. Greetings. So, what am I doing today, Pinky? Well, first let me play a few minutes of a video, and if I remember, I'll put the link below so you can watch the video yourself. Want to hear it? Here we go. Then again, where is it at? Oh, there you go.
There has been much debate over the years as to which frequency of sound is more beneficial to humans. The 432 Hz frequency because of its long relation to music and also health benefits. Others claim that the 528 Hz one is the superior frequency we should be using. Each side of the discussion has some solid arguments which are rooted in history, mathematics, science, music, and above all else, wellness. But which frequency is actually best for us? What are the similarities and differences, if any, between these two? How can somebody pick between two frequencies that have been proven over time to stimulate and enhance humans? From tuning forks to instruments that can record sounds in space, and from ancient geniuses to today's scientists, there are plenty of options and information out there to help anyone make the right decision between these two frequencies. All it takes is a bit of research and an open mind about what you are likely to find.
So, just to give you an excuse me, I still eat cheese and eggs, and that creates stuff. And then when you smoke the holy herb, it brings that stuff out. So I just want to explain that right quick. So let me turn this down some, and then we'll start. So, why am I here today? Well, yesterday was yesterday, when you don't have no teeth, some words are like yesterday, that's why I have to stop, was the 10th of, or slow down, was the 10th of January 2025 already. And 10, I am not superstitious, but when I believe something, and I use that word believe and belief sparingly, because when I believe something, what it means to me is that I just don't have enough knowledge to know it. You understand? Like vibration. I know, nobody have to teach me that vibration exists. It's like, I just heard vibration, like, so I know that exists. But some things you're like, is that real? I studied it, but it just hasn't like really manifested type thing. So that's where I am at as far as belief. I just don't know the total stuff yet. So I said all that to say that though I believe in things like numerology, I haven't studied it that much. Numerology and astrology, which are the two probably biggest things that, if I call myself magi or magi, those are the things that I thought that I should know. But what I'm starting to realize in my older age, that those are actually things, because I'm starting to get interested now in my older age. And I realize those are things that you actually study in your older age. It's like when you're able to settle down and study the stars and study numbers of the stars, all that stuff, right? So again, I said all that to say because yesterday was the 10th of January. Now, in numerology, 9 is the highest number, and my life is filled with nines. I was born on a ninth. I'm 5 feet 9 inches or 69 inches tall. My name, Roy T. Bates, is 9 letters, on and on and on and on. So, yes, 9 plays a significant part in my life. So after the ninth, you start over again. You look at the letter 10 and you see 1 and a 0. Now, the 0 means that it don't exist. There is no number 0. That was before 1. So 1 and 0, 10 is like the next level. If you're doing spiritual stuff, it's like, okay, I start out with 1 and then I got to 2 and all the way up till I got to 9. Once I was at 9, then it's the next level of stuff. This is 9, this is 10, the next level. 11, 12, 13, 14, until you get to 19 again, then 20, blah, 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 on and on and on. You never stop, like people stop at health, for instance. It's like, okay, I'm healthy now, there's nothing else to do in life. Well, in spirituality, there's always another level. There's always a number 10. There's always a 9, and then, oh, what's the next level? 10. But unless you're able to really practice that, you wouldn't even know the first 9 levels. And what I mean by that, here in the West, in America, especially if you look like me, we have been mistaught or miseducated, mistreated, missed the boat, all that. So, a lot of us, or the most of us, have, because it's spirit, through slavery, blah, 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 all that stuff, we still have kept a certain amount of ourselves, our heart. But it's starting to wear us out. My people are lost for lack of knowledge. I'm not a Bible thumper, but a lot of stuff in there is coming true. Like some of it they are making come true, like the World Trade Center, and some of it is just like, hey, that's really happening. But I ain't gonna get into all that right now. The 10th, yesterday, I have a roommate in the room, and he, I guess he appreciate, I gave him a room to rent. I didn't give nothing. Anyway, so, he's always looking out. He takes me to breakfast sometimes. Just call up out of nowhere. I'm sitting here chilling. What am I going to do today? And he'd be like, yo, you want to go to breakfast? Stuff like that. So yesterday, on the 10th, he gifted me a few things, actually, because he worked. That's all he do is work. And then when he stopped working, he spend money. I'm like, stop spending your money, but except on me. Anyway, so he brought me some things yesterday. And, I was like, wow, this is cool. And then this daylight hours, after the sun starts to shine, I started thinking, I'm like, wait a minute. Each one of these things that he gave me has a certain connection. Because I'm always connecting stuff in my mind. But this is like a little, when I'm talking about the difference between belief and metaphysical, it's like, because this brother really doesn't practice any of this stuff. He's supposed to not know about any of this stuff. But I'm like, these are some strange gifts for somebody that don't know anything about the spirit. Well, let me show you what I'm talking about. I was supposed to start off the video with my singing bowl. Vibration. So, as some of you may already know, the sun, the heart, and have the same vibration. All that type of stuff. So, this ear, or these two tuning forks, don't say that to somebody's face when you ain't got no teeth. Two tuning forks. Anyway, these tuning forks are of the vibration of 528 hertz. So that's why I wanted you to listen to a little bit of that video. Like I said, I'll remember, if I remember, to put the link so y'all can watch the whole video. It's only about 17 minutes. But anyway, this is the resonance of the heart, 528. The resonance of the heart, or the vibration of the heart, and the sun. So I play with these a lot. I bought one, and then I bought the whole Solfeggito, whatever, set of 9, and it had another 580 hertz. So I usually use these together. You know, it doesn't matter where you put them. I like to listen to them because I feel that listening puts it in your whole, have your whole body vibrating. So, those wasn't the gifts that he gave me. The first gift, resonance, vibration of the sun, right? And the heart. So the first gift, is a solar panel. Now, it's not in my mind. This solar panel is not like an actual tool like my tuning forks and the bowl, but it is an instrument that captures the sun. And I use it to charge batteries. I could take this one and keep my phone charged when I'm outside, or the batteries, it'll charge. This one, this size will charge a couple of things, but I got smaller ones. So I'm like, cool, I can capture the sun and make it into energy. Now then we start to get really cool with the gifts. He gifted me this drum. Now, what has a drum got to do with your heart and the sun? Well, the drum, which you can find in every culture, no matter how far they're different from each other, everybody has something they gonna beat. Anyway, so this one reminds. Excuse me while I get this out. This one here reminded me of, what do those people call themselves? Native American, because we are the indigenous original people. But the other people, Indians, that's what this drum reminded me of. But it does the heartbeat. Oh, well, you don't want your heart beating like that, but you understand? So the drum, you can imitate the heartbeat. As a matter of fact, on the djembe, West African drum, when you learn to really play, you always start out with the heartbeat. And end with the heartbeat. And then on the back of the drum, to me, in my mind, looks like the tree of life. The tree of life. The roots, and then all the branches with the fruit. I'm like, this is cool. Like, this is really well made. This thing is rock solid, whatever it's made out of. And then they wrapped it in leather and then painted gold stripes on it. I'm like, somebody put in work. Work. This is no joke. I appreciate this. But then, just before, like a week before, when I was putting my table together, that's my table over there with all my vibrational stuff. I'm still putting it together. So when I was putting that together, I have these two crystals. I'm poor, as a matter of fact, even though I'll be showing a lot of stuff. It's like I'm spending all my money on this. The little bit of money that I do get, I spend on stuff that I want and like. So I went to Chinatown and I got this crystal to go with my crystal pyramid, or we, in ancient Kemetic, we say mir or merkut. So I had this crystal, which reminds me of the, what you might call the obelisk, but we call it Tekken. But when I was moving all that stuff around, it fell off the table and it broke. So I glued it back together and all that, but, you know, once a crystal break is broke. So I was, you know, I kind of felt it because, you know, the crystals is like, you feel it. I feel it. I felt that. So I was like, I need me a new point. Get the point? Because when I went to Chinatown, now they don't sell crystals no more. We're like, oh, this is glass. What happened? The same store. So, another gift that my roommate gifted me, and I like women. Let's get that straight. Another gift that my roommate gifted me, a pink quartz. Well, like I said, I call it a Tekken, but it's If you notice, all quartz naturally have 6 sides, 666 melanin, or carbon, not melanin, carbon in the melanin that goes with the copper. Whole nother story. So I'm like, cool, dude. This one is like, well, I'm working on. I just hook up my own stuff. I don't know. I'm making some kind of vibrational machine next to my, or within my bed chamber. But then he came back. He went in the room and came back and gave me something else, which I'm not sure about yet. One of those things I believe. And that was now you may have noticed, like, after I took, like, I was like, wow, this is a cool ring. And then I took it out the package. It was like, this guy is in a coffin. Now, my first thought, honestly, was, could this be a omen belief of death? And then when you have knowledge, after you get like, oh shit, after you get like, think about it for a second, be like, wait a minute, I'm gonna die, whatever it means. Now, if it means that I'm going to die soon, like this year or some shit, like, wait a minute, I don't want to die that soon. I know I'm going to die. I don't care who you are. You're going to die, Negro. But there's another meaning to death, the word. I don't know where they got that word from. The other meaning here is actually what I'm doing. You know, I come from living in the street. Well, I never lived on the streets, but shelters and living on the beach. And when I did have a space, it was always with a woman and my children and blah, 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 blah. I never had a space to myself. I ain't never been 68 years old. So there's a whole lot of new shit going on. So death also means coming from an old life, which I'm doing, into a new life. I have my own kung fu system, which I am going to start showing, because that's the name of the channel, ain't it? Not sit in your bed and talk poo-poo. So, I decided to go with the positive, that it means, you know, changing from one life, my old life is dead, into a new life. I'm coming out of middle age, or around middle age, whatever the hell middle age is, in my 60s. I'm pushing 70, closer to 70. So I'm like, I am changing into a new person. I'm gonna start working out and blah, 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 and get this show on the road. So that's what this ring means to me. All the other gifts was related to heart. If your heart stopped, but if your heart changes, so like I said, I thought it was a mummy, but then I looked at it close, because I still can see, and the lines for the wrappings, like on the bottom, are going up and down, and the hands are going this way. So if they was trying to capture the image of the mummy, the wrappings don't match. Because if you look at a mummy, they have their hands like this, and this has his hands wrapped across his chest like I do. But the wrappings should be, you've seen a mummy before, the wrappings go this way. So I'll make it up what I want it to be. That's magic. Duh. And the last thing I will show, because we're going beyond 25 minutes now. Who cares? It's my video. Duh. This is my treasure, or my little treasure chest. I like the idea of treasure chests because I consider myself an artisan collector and I like collecting stuff. I'm going to talk about that also. But in this little treasure chest, I keep a particular type of gold. I'm starting to sound like a commercial. Hemp seed oil. Every day I take one of these gold. I made these myself. I made that. I put the oil in the capsule. I bought the capsules, all that. And I have a whole bunch of them. So for the last month and so, I've been taking them every morning. And I do feel the difference. So this is considered, for me, because I've never been into nutrition, I'm really just getting into it at 68 years old. So this is part of it. I have a hemp seeds, which I put in tea and blend it together, blah, 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 because I can't chew seeds, obviously. So this is my little treasure chest, which I keep over here with my vibrational stuff. So that's it. I just want to make a video because, like I say sometimes, that I am making these videos as much for myself and hopefully maybe my children and future grands and all that type of stuff. They can look at me. That old man was kind of crazy, wasn't he? And stuff like this is really important to me. When people give me stuff, you know, I bought these, nobody gave these to me. When people give me stuff, though, I appreciate it. And as a Kung Fu teacher, you get a lot of gifts. Like my student MC, he brought me some money the other day. I'm like, when you don't expect it, it's like, cool, dude. You understand? And I went and bought some stuff that I needed. Everything is vibration. Each of the so-called chakras in the body vibrate at different rates. This vibration, the 528 hertz in the solfeggio, do, re, this actually is called me. Me. I say me. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. Well, I'm not going to get into that right now because actually do should be ut, but blah, 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 blah. So that's the rate of the heart. Mi, do, re, mi, fa, sol, ba, ba, do, do, re. And that's it. I'm going to vibrate out of here.